Hey, Coach. So glad you found the video. Couple things. First of all, make sure you subscribe and like. Second thing, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Let me show you how to put a roadmap and become a nationally ranked coach. I've done it for 30 plus years. Let me help you do that over at teachhoops.com. Let's head off to the video.
All right, welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops. Coach and I are in summer mode, so major summer mode.
Summer mode is good.
Yes. Now, for all of you listen to this, teachers don't get these teachers, admin I can't talk to. We don't get paid in the summer, so people think we have these summers off, but anyway, I don't get paid in the summer.
Well, I do work in the summer, but July is a little bit of my flexible time.
Flexible time.
I'm in and out. Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially where you live. You and I, like, July is the only month we know it's going to be warm for sure.
Get on the water.
Get on the water.
Get on the lake. Yep.
Do you fish?
Not so much. I golf and I boat.
If you golf, you can't fish.
It's hard to do both. It's hard to boat and golf. I mean,
Yeah.
boat, fish, and golf. That's a whole nother.
I know. That's why I gave up golf. I'd rather go fishing than golfing. It's like you got to pick one. What am I going to spend 6 hours? It's more relaxed. The thing is, the reason I did that for all of the coaches listening, the reason I gave up the golf is golf was stressful to me. I wasn't that good, and fishing isn't stressful. If I don't catch anything, I don't care as long as I was outside.
Be on the water. Yeah.
I'm on the water, and it's like, but golf, it's like, oh man, I hit that.
Well, I golfed a ton when I was younger.
That helps.
I had kids, got basketball job back, became a principal, became harder. And my daughter is a college golfer. And so I actually spent more time watching her and enjoying that. Now I'm trying to get back into it.
Get back into it. Yep. I'm guessing it's kind of like riding a bike.
How's
your
you never lose the short game.
Who said that recently? Was it Daly basically said the key to golf is 150 yards and in?
Yeah, without question.
He goes, the rest of the stuff is let's not fool ourselves.
You can hack your way to the green.
You can hack your way to the green. All right. So today we're going to talk about why do you coach? I love this topic. I know I've thrown it on my Facebook group and I've thrown it on X and stuff like that a couple of times. What's your why? I love that. And how did this come about?
Well, again, I talked about it last week too, but my new course, Better Coach OS, this is the #1 module in it. And to me, everything starts with why do we coach? And it does because we're going to have tough times in coaching. It is guaranteed. I mean, you had it last season. You had the most adversity you've ever had in a year with injury. And when you have these seasons that you're not prepared for, or maybe you don't have the talent, whatever it may be, a lot of people when they're young especially get obsessed with winning and losing. And I've been blessed and fortunate, but you have those down years, and when those times are tough, you have to be able to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I coaching? You got to remember your why. And so the first module in my Better Coach OS was why do you coach? And I have people go through this coaching cornerstone, and they create this document because I think it's really powerful. And #1 is your why. Why do you coach? A statement. 1 is your values. What are your core values as a coach? What are the 3 things you believe more than anything? What does your ideal team culture look like? I think that's important to write down so you have that. How do you define success? I'm a big John Wooden guy, and I use his definition. And then finally, ask your players, what do your players want in a coach? And I've done that and posted and tweeted about that. But I think when you put that all together, you get your why, you remember what your values are, you remember what's important to you, what your culture, what you want that to be, what your kids want in a coach, and you keep that in front of you. And I think it's a powerful thing, and it's what I start this course with. And I think it's very important that we reflect on that as coaches.
I think you gotta think about this, but I also think I think you got to put this down on a piece of paper.
Absolutely.
You have to write it. So I know people are probably listening, and they're thinking about it on their jog or whatever, but I think you got to sit down, And about every 3 or 4 years, I have a mission statement for me. No one other than me has
Yep.
ever seen it, but it's for me, and it kind of can reestablish. It was hard during COVID to have a mission statement, but it was like, what can I do even if I'm not seeing them, or I'm not connected, or I'm not there in that specific thing. You got to. It's like I was telling you, I was meeting with my guys a couple weeks ago, and we had talked about, they all about getting enough shots up, and they had come up with some goals.
Yep.
And some of them had done it, some of them had not done it, and some of them hadn't even opened it. And I said, if you want to do it, you have to track it. Like, I talked to you about losing weight. The only reason I lost weight is I literally wrote down every day. I wrote what on my phone, what my weight was every day, because I wanted to know it and I wanted to track it. It's the same thing with this. There's gotta be what's your why? Because it will reinforce. Like, I have 3 or 4 players that every day they came to see me every day.
Yep.
They're all sophomores, but they came to see me every day. And now it's like, I'm gonna miss them. I'll see them in the summer, but it's like, that's my why, because I've connected with those players in a way that now how can I connect to the other ones? So they come by. Some of them didn't have classes by me, and it's a big school, but anyway, I think that's an important topic for any coach. It doesn't matter what level you're at or where you are in your coaching career.
Yeah, I mean, we're both math guys. What gets measured gets done. I mean, and it's no different with coaching. What we're going to measure, what our goals are, what we should put in front of the kids, what we emphasize is what gets done. And so this is the same thing. And that's why, in this course, I have an exemplar that I show, and I've got a template that coaches can go through. But, I do it at my PAC meeting every year. I have my why, and I share it with my parents and kids in front of everyone. I want them to know this is why I do it. It reminds me, it makes it public. It puts it out there so that, people can hold me accountable. Not that they've ever had to, but I want it to be visual and out there. And, so I think this is really important. When those tough times come, I think you need to come back to your why, and it's good to have this written, ready to go.
Right. And it's like, you're gonna have, even so maybe you're the best coach ever and you've won all these things. You're gonna have bad times. It might be for a month, it might be for 2 weeks. It's like, even when I was winning, there were some times like, oh, if I didn't have some stuff to lean on, it will, that would have been, I mean, hard times come. They come when you're really good. Even doesn't matter if you're good or bad. I mean,
could be a tough parent. I mean, I've we've had teams and coaches I know where your most successful seasons, wins and losses are some of the toughest, because you get a tough parent or whatever it may be. But remembering your why is really important.
I think so too. And I think in closing, I think the bit of advice would be, somehow, like you said and I said, you got to put it down, put it somewhere where you can see it every day, share it with your parents, share it with your kids. But I love, what's measured is, you're gonna do what's measured. Trust me, it's true. All right, till next week, Coach.
All right, see you, Coach.
Hey, Coach, so glad you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed it a lot. Actually, if you did, subscribe and like, and then go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better.